Hello everyone, this is Global Fashion Workshop. I remind you that we post new videos every day. I also want to remind you that some of my video courses are already available. Buy them if you haven't done it yet. I would really appreciate your support. Today we continue working with an unusual jumpsuit. Have a look at the picture once again. In the previous video, I showed you how to make a pattern. Today I'm going to show you how to cut and tag the jumpsuit, and then I'll try it on. I'll show you in detail how to tag the trousers and the flapping details. These are the most important details in this design. I really hope that you like the design and that you'll try to sew similar jumpsuits. You can also make trousers on the basis of this pattern. You will be able to combine them with different blouses. Let's get down to work. I can start cutting now. First of all, make sure that the grain line in the pattern is placed on the lengthwise grain in the fabric. I need to check it both in the back and the front details. It's very important. Watch the way I'm doing it. I want to add some to the length. In the previous video, I've shown you the fabric. Unfortunately, the piece I showed you was not big enough for this jumpsuit. It takes a lot of fabric to cut the flapping details. This piece of fabric is 2.7 meters long. Do not forget to make notches on the knee level. These are the checkpoints. It's very important to make them. I need to make one more notch here. The checkpoints help us tag and sew the garments accurately. Let's continue working. These are the front details, and these are the back details. They are ready, so I can move them aside. Next, I need to cut the flapping details. This is the center front. This is the grain line. The grain line should be pinned on the lengthwise grain as well. These are the front details of the bodice, the front detail of the set-in waistband, the back details of the waistband, and the back detail of the bodice. Have a look at the way I pinned the details. I left some distance in between the details in order to be able to extend the length of the bodice. It may happen that I need to ease it a bit. This is why I've decided to add some extra space here. I can start cutting now. When cutting flapping details, whether it's trousers or dress, it's very important to make sure that the grain line is pinned on the lengthwise grain. Do not forget to mark the center front. I need to make a notch here as well. If the lines do not match, you may have difficulties with your garment. I need to make this detail longer as well. I need to add 2.5 centimeters. If you're sewing a light garment for summer, you can edge this detail with an overlocker and overcast it. If you're making a more solid garment, you need to either line it or make it double, so that the seam is hidden inside. Well done. I can move these details aside and start cutting the bodice. Have a close look here. If you have a full bust, you'd better extend this part by 5 or 7 millimeters. In this case, the garment would fit you better. The width of the seam allowance on the neckline is 7 millimeters. The front details of the bodice are ready. I need to add a bit more to the side seams. The front detail of the waistband is ready. Next, I need to cut the back. Have a look at the table. I've made the spacing seams off the camera, and I've also tacked the darts in order not to waste the time on watching it. Next, I need to tack the side seams. To do that, first, I need to join the flappy details to the front details. The order of actions is very important. The both details are laid on the table face up. Pin them this way. It might seem hard to make such garment, but in fact, it's not if you know how to do it. This is what I'm here for. The length of the details match. It's very important. We can start taking them. Natalie is going to tack some of the details off the camera. I'll show you the most interesting parts. Have a close look here. I've joined the flapping details to the front details of the trousers. Next, I need to pin the back details of the trousers. Join the side seams. Pin the details face to face. All the details match. So I can start taking them. Be very attentive when taking the side seams, because you're taking the 3 layers of fabric. I'm taking the front and the back details of the trousers and the flapping detail in between them. You need to be very careful. Can't wait to show you the result. I'd like to show you how to tack the wrap. Let's have a look at the tacked seam. The first side seam is tacked. This is the flapping detail. Next, I need to tack the inseam. Have a close look at what I'm doing. First, I need to pin the notches on the knee level. You need to join the front and the back details of the trousers. Do not pin the flapping details. Be very attentive. Do not stretch or gather the fabric when taking it. Have a look here. I've tacked the side seam, and now I'm taking the inseam. The flapping detail is hidden inside. I'll show you how to tack the two legs together. Have a look here. One leg is tacked. The flapping detail is tacked to the side seam only. The second leg was tacked the same way. Next, I need to tack the center front seam. To do that, I need to join the inseam first. Watch where I'm doing it. Do not pay any attention to the flapping details now. There will be zip inserted in the center back seam. I'm taking the front rise up to the upper edge. I like such interesting designs. I'm sure that the jumpsuit is going to look absolutely amazing. As I've already said, you can make trousers, not a jumpsuit. Be creative. I'm taking the back, not reaching the upper edge. There will be an invisible zip in the center back. Let's have a look at the result. I've tacked the trousers with the two flapping details in the side seams. Next, I need to edge these details to the upper edge of the trousers. I need to tack the left detail first. Women's clothes are always fastened right over left. Do not forget about it. The center front and the detail should match. It's a must. . You can sew very nice trousers using this idea. As I've said, the center front has to match in all the details. It's a must. I need to tack the right detail over the left one the same way. The trousers are going to look absolutely amazing. Of course, you need to edge the flapping details before stitching them. When making trousers, you need to stitch the center back seam and make an invisible zipper in the side seam. When making a jumpsuit, you can make a zipper in the center back seam. The trousers are ready. Let's have a look at the result and the sketch. Natalie has tacked the bodice off the camera. She's tacked the princess seams, the side seams and the waistband. Next, I need to tack the trousers and the bodice together. To do that, I need to join the center front in the details. I'll tack the waistband circle-wise this way. In our case, the side seams do not match. I recommend you making the mock-up of a waistband first, and then make a waistband without the side seams. I remind you that I'm taking the bodice to the trousers. It's not hard to do it. Now you know how to make such waistbands. It's not hard to do it. I'll finish taking the details off the camera. Have a look at the jumpsuit. We put it on the dummy. The only difference from the sketch is the neckline, but it's not that important. You can make a neckline of any shape you like. You can make a collar. Make regular sleeves or raglan sleeves. The most important thing is to learn how to make the lower part of the jumpsuit with the flapping details. The jumpsuit looks very elegant and unusual. I'm pretty sure that you like it. I love the result. That's all for today. Let's be different and beautiful every day together. My name is Irina Paukshte. Buy my courses, subscribe to my channel, write comments, share the videos, press a like and the bell buttons. I would really appreciate your support. Thank you. Goodbye.